Now, this success journey is very important for us. You see, this success journey has multiple angles that I want to cover here. The first and most important thing, I'm not sure Sandeep knows that or not. Sandeep, you were the first person to join our program in new edition. The PGMP exam changed on 11th of March and you joined on 12th of March, right?
Yes.
So you were the you were not the first student who cleared in the new, but you were the first student who enrolled in the new.
Right.
So he cleared on 14th of June. Just to give the behind the curtain story to everybody, he's so busy. We prefer to record the success journey on next day or within next week maximum. Today, when I'm recording this journey, this is 3rd of August. Such a busy professional, and that is why we recommend to join our group or one-to-one program, because this one-to-one or group program, these programs make sure that if you are a busy professional, if you are a professional who does not have time, we can customize things for you. This is the
Yeah,
most important.
that's yeah, it's a very very valid point, Mr. Ahmed. If it was not the one to one, I shouldn't have completed this by now.
Yeah. So really proud of you. And let's start the journey with understanding the things, the nuances. I know Sandeep, and that it's been almost 2 months. So I hope you remember how the exam was. Can you give us the
Yes,
your
yes.
feedback, how the exam was, and how did you prepare for it, please?
The exam was, I will say, it was not tough and it was not easy. It was a medium. By medium, I mean to say is that I only followed what Mr. Abdul has given us a roadmap. So it was easy to crack the exam by following that roadmap, Mr. Ahmed. So whoever cover based on the roadmap, they can of course pass it.
Hmm, hmm. No, let's talk about the exam, the real exam. How was the exam?
Yeah. So uh, the exam was like it was more into logical type questions for me, or case scenario type questions, which I felt more than 70% it was like that. So it was like, you know, I was able to answer almost all the questions without any concern, or without any much difficulty. And of course, I followed the elimination technique what we have discussed and practiced throughout the course. That elimination technique helped me to solve most of the difficult questions also.
Okay. Okay. How did you manage time and did you take any breaks from it?
I took 3 to 4 breaks.
Three to
Then
four.
also I've complete. Yeah. Then also I was able to finish the exam before 1 hour.
Hmm. Okay. Like how was it? Like when you were taking break after 60 question, after 50 question, how you were taking the breaks?
It was like between 40 to 60 questions I was taking break.
Mm-hmm.
So I will also recommend everyone that is, don't sit continuously to complete the exam. That allow me to relax a lot. You
Mm.
know, every time I was taking a break, it was like a fresh start for the next questions. It's a 5 minute break only. What I was taking, just coming out of the exam hall, just roaming near the window, looking in outside. You know, just to calm.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Mr. Sami, you would like to ask something? Then I'll come to that things. Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to congratulate Mr. Sandeep for studying in such a busy schedule. Like even we didn't have the time to record your journey, but this 3 months was really. I was following up with him. He was in the night working on that, and the next day we were having the discussion. So very well done. So this is a real example for everybody with the busiest schedule. Even you can work and you can study. So
Mm.
I would like to say the first point, as we started with the application. I would like to go a bit back on the application part. because we completed his application on 25th of March. Then we had some comments from PMI because this was a first practice from our side in which we were writing as per the current status, which is only three domains, not the five domains. And also the overall program experience tone is completely changed. So that was our first experience with Mr. Sandeep. So if you can tell Mr. Sandeep how was that journey with the application phase?
So, thank you, Mr. Sami. First of all, thank you so much with the application part itself, the help what you have provided to me. Without that, I may have gone for 3 or 4 revisions with the application part itself. So, as you mentioned, yes, the comment. If I am remembering correct, the comments was very generic comments, right, Mr. Sami?
Yes,
Like
before the panel review. It
you
was on
have,
our first
yeah,
application, not on the panel review.
yeah. So we once we have submitted once I have submitted the application, it was like within a day I got some comments.
Yes.
So after that it was very simple comments,
Hmm.
asking for some additional info which we have provided, and within half, once that update was provided, within 30 minutes or 1 hour, the application was approved.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the application journey. Now, this is becoming more and more interesting, and I want to share it with everyone who will listen it later, because me and Sami has spent in just this week at least together discussing the application between among us more than 10 hours. We wrote the application, we submitted it. There are so many challenges coming in the application, and as we see, the more AI becomes PMI is becoming more and more stagnant on this thing because PGMP they want to maintain it as an executive as a standard thing with application. They review every single application, and one of the reason our program, our premium program, right, is the reason application works into that way. Can you walk us through the application where it got accepted,
Oh,
it worked? That is okay, but how did you wrote it?
yeah, Mr. Amir, if you, uh, openly saying, I was more, tensed, or I was more curious with the application part rather than the exam, because the application, yes, it was like it was like we have to write our experience for each domain, not less than 500 words, and that has to within that explanation itself, we have to prove that yes, we are a project management guy or program management guy, you know. So by the way, but with that in mind, we have started filling the application. So in fact, as Mr. Sami mentioned, we have completed all 5 domains initially. Then only we came to know that the exam pattern itself, the application pattern
Hmm.
itself has been changed. So
Yes,
then we
correct.
have resubmitted it with the 3 domain. So it was a wonderful part, the application process.
But I would like to say that the way that we were writing the application domain by domain, like we were doing a strategic alignment domain, we studied it, we did the chapter wise questions, and then we wrote the application
Yes.
part. How
Yeah.
was it rather
Yeah.
than writing all in one go?
No, that gives a clear path. That gives a
Hmm.
clear path for how to apply how to fill that domain in the application, for the application. And that once we have completed the strategic, uh, once we have completed each domain wise, I was also able to recollect all those things what I have done in my actual project program management. So
R-
that was really great, that we have completed each domain wise the application part. That helps. That was really helpful.
Right. And then continuing with the preparation, there first we do the chapter wise questions in which we had, and then when we went to the mocks, I still remember we had very long coaching calls, especially with you because we were having the new concepts in mind. How important were
Yeah.
the concepts that we discussed in the coaching call?
So the concepts what we have discussed, I will say, that paved the way. That paved the way for attending all exams. In fact, that concept is, I will say, if you know the concept, you can answer all the questions.
mm,
So the concept is what really helped me in cracking the exam.
Hmm. Okay.
right.
When you talk about the concepts, now this is a very important thing that we keep on saying, that we keep on updating our database since we don't want any question that we did to come in the exam. Which of the concepts were more important? Were the concepts which we covered in the green background, or those ECO, exam content outline sheet, that were important? Which of the concept more
No,
resonated with you?
yeah, of my surprise, I was expecting based on our coaching classes on the and all, we were expecting more. I was expecting more from the eco questions, but for me, after completing the exam, I suddenly messaged Mr. Abdul. I was saying, okay, the exam was more. The questions were more from the concept
Mhm.
rather than from eco. So that's why I mentioned, if you know the concept, even eco part also is easy for the exam.
Eco part, the also are easy. Okay, now let's talk a
Yeah.
little bit more about how important it is for daily, like the coaching calls Mr. Sami does. How important those coaching calls are for those students, those weekly question answer sessions.
So so that will give a real time experience on how you are going to face the exam. So each coaching class we discuss deep into each concept. We were discussing about different scenarios. We were discussing about different ways the answers are going to come, and
Mm,
we used our elimination technique to eliminate two answers out of four. Then we were discussing in deep how to select the correct answer, by
mm,
going deep into the concept.
mm.
Okay, and like I want to ask one question. Like when Mr. Sandeep started that time we didn't had the booklet launched yet,
Yeah,
but
I was going to ask the
Yes.
same thing. Yeah.
we were in progress of making it. But that time we had our keywords master sheet on Excel, and then we had the highlighted eco keywords. So we have been discussing about the concepts. For sure, these are the most important thing. How important are the keywords that asks you in the question to guide you towards the answer, correct answer?
The master sheet, we are you are
Yes,
saying about
the
the
master
master
sheet.
sheet, right?
Yeah, master sheet,
Yeah.
Excel sheet.
uh, 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 Frankly saying, Mr. Abdul, I didn't believe the master sheet initially. I was thinking, how can it be possible with this sheet? Mr. Sami is saying you can crack the exam, no need to
Mm,
go through the
mm.
PGMB, PGMB book.
Standard.
So I was in doubt. I was
Mm,
in doubt. So uh, due to out of curiosity, I was just comparing the chapter, for example, strategic domain, and the our master sheet.
mm,
So I could find that the master sheet covers 101% of the PGMP book.
mm,
So it was written in a simple way. It was written in a simple way means it's easy, able to understand easily. It does not cover, it does not highlight, it does not cover any unwanted things. So if you go through the master sheet, that's more than enough. And yes, that keywords highlighted in the master sheet. So
mm.
so if you read two or three times that keywords itself, you can you can answer almost all the questions in the exam.
That was very nice to hear. And the foundation or the basic that now we are able to launch our PGMP booklet in June was based on the feedback that we got from our certified students like Sandeep and 8 or 10 other guys in March, April, and May. They gave a very positive feedback. The wording that in which we wrote it and how we addressed the keywords to guide you to the correct answer, I think that is very important for every student to have the complete overview. Rather than focusing on the tone of the question, you have to focus on the keywords.
You have to
Yeah, it
focus
was
on.
written very simple but very powerful.
Okay,
Right.
okay, okay. That's a very important thing that I want to understand here. Like when you are preparing for a PGMP exam, how much time, since you're a very busy professional, right? Sandeep, we have started with this discussion. How much time you dedicated for it, and how much time do you
So
think must be dedicated?
so in the initial stage and all, it was like I was able to spend only 2 hours per day, but we were consistent. Every day we were having classes, a class almost all the day in a week. Correct, Mr. Sami? So I was able to manage it in a consistent way, like 2 to 3 hours per day. So in the end, it was bit into a more uh, when we start the mocks and all, it was like 3 to 4 hours minimum per day it took in the end.
Okay. Okay. This minimum, we always believe that one is greater than zero. And this is the most important thing. Like consistency is needed here because you start something with the motivation and then you lost the motivation. So this is a very important thing to understand, to recognize, okay, yeah, this is we can do it and we can do it together. Okay. Mr. Sami, please go ahead.
Yes. So, and I still remember the comment that Mr. Sandeep gave on the follow up. Every day I was sending him the message, what is your follow up? How many questions have you done? And I would like to say, if you repeat the same word that he told to me after 1 week, what is Sandeep told to him.
It I didn't once we start going deep into the coaching classes, it was not like coaching classes for me, it was like a combined study.
Mm.
So yeah, at any time, if I am asking a doubt, Mr. Abdul was there. We were having Zoom sections to clarify those doubts. It was really appreciated, Mr. Sami, and it was wonderful and great.
No, I'm asking about the follow up. That every time I was sending the message, and your wife said to me that why you are asking so much. That comment.
Yeah, yeah, yes. That was a comment from my wife. She was asking like, did any coaching person will follow up like this?
Mm.
What is happening?
Only in
Uh,
our success coaching system. That is our basically the
Yeah,
mantra
yeah,
that in whatever the certifications you do, PMP, PGMP, that either you will follow up or you have to block us because
yes,
yeah,
I really appreciate that wording that he said to me, that I was saying, okay, we should have a class today because you have not done 10 questions. I was checking so deeply in him. And next day he said that my wife has told to me that who is this person who is continuously following you so much,
yes,
and they are so updated what you are doing on daily basis. So I said that unless you pass the exam, we will be tracking you like this. I think, but for
yeah,
busy persons, at least I think this follow up without follow up is in my view, not possible to do in the minimum possible time.
yeah,
What you
that
will
is very
comment on this?
yeah, that is very important. That is very critical. I would also say that. Mr. Sandeep, what would you say? How much follow up plays role in your doing PGMP certifications?
sorry, can you repeat that question,
How
Mr. Abdul?
much follow up, as Mr. Sami was saying, how much follow up plays a role in your doing certification in the minimum possible?
It's no, that motivates you really. That motivates you. Mr. Abdul was more interested than me for getting me PhD certified. I can say like that. So that motivates you really. If a person is supporting us, and if a person is backing up for getting us certified, that is the real motivation, Mr. Ahmed.
Hmm.
And of course, I really appreciate from your side also. I am getting those support, even at many times, Sandeep, what is happening, what where we were, like that really motivates,
Hmm. Okay, thank you very much. Anyone who wants to ask question from the group, please feel free to ask. We have Anas, iPhone, Bhaskar. Anyone who wants to ask a question, please raise your hand and you can ask. This is a very important thing to look into that. Ah, how many agile questions were there in your exam?
so how many?
Agile question. Any question from the agile
H,
domain?
2 to 3 questions were there, the more questions from was from resource management. That was
Hmm.
that was the first update I given to Mr. Abdul. That was
resource
bit surprising
resource
because
resource prioritization and resource interdependency started from his
yeah,
exam. 8 to 10 questions, right?
yeah. And after that also somebody gives the same comment,
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Abdul.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And after, in the same month, whoever passed in June got the same questions. And then we were able to give the students the feedback, and it was really helpful. And what about the collaboration domain? You also gave some comments on that.
It was very less. It was very less only. Maximum 1 or 2 questions only.
Hmm.
One or two
And also you
questions.
gave the figure, he also gave the feedback about the magic grid. How easy was it to understand the program activities of last two chapters? That was so much, and we reduced on into the 5 tables
Magic.
magic grid. I think
Yes.
how important was that for the exam to identify the
It
phase
it,
in which
it
you are working?
that magic grade, that's a wonderful thing, Mr. Abdul. You know that with the master sheet, and in fact in the end I was just going through the I was just going daily wise through the magic grid and master sheet only. I was not
Mhm.
not bothered about anything else. Yes, of course we were going through the mocks, but I was trying to go at least cover once in a day, you know, that must especially the master grade, sorry, magic grade.
Right, right.
Mm, okay, okay, thank you. Okay,
iPhone has a
yes,
question, Amir.
iPhone, please
Yeah,
go ahead.
hi. I have a question. So, if you compare between PMP and program management, which one would you recommend?
That's
Which one is
uh,
easier?
no, both are of different, you know, different thing. Sorry, you were working as now
Project manager,
as a
yes.
project manager. So in that case, you can choose program management, especially with the new exam content and all, right, from
Hmm.
of
So,
PMB. But
how many questions did they
both
ask?
is
How many
both is
questions were
having
there?
its own value.
Mhm.
Your good name?
My name is Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah. Both is having its own value. So I have
Okay.
completed my PMB on 2020. So
Okay.
it was my aim to complete the PGMB within 3 years. So I planned it on 2023, but could complete only on 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So
Sarah, for you,
I will
first,
not.
yeah, first I will say that first complete your PMP because this is a very important thing.
Yeah.
If you start something, leave it, and then you go to other thing, so that keep on delaying that thing. Sarah, you should be in the breakout room. I will be sending you that. Okay, so
Yeah, Amir,
yeah, Anas,
hi.
go ahead,
Yeah,
Anas.
sure. Thank you. Sandeep, first of all, congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you,
Well
Anas.
done. Excellent. Sandeep, yeah. So regarding the questions, regarding the length of the questions, how was it? Like, was it as per was it as per the format how we had through the mocks, the simulator, and all, or
Y-
was it more, yeah, more,
Yes, yes.
or of a story type, scenario type? Yeah, if you
No,
could say.
that if you complete the mocks, I
Yes.
will not say it is the same questions, but
No.
it
Okay.
it is
Sure.
the same type of questions. What I
Yeah.
type of questions, but
Okay.
different scenarios or different, you know,
Okay.
different things, different scenarios. You could say. But if
Okay.
you complete the mocks, you can easily crack any questions,
Sure.
Mr. Anas. And
Okay.
and the questions each
Yeah.
are 80% of the questions are paragraph type,
Paragraph type.
more
Okay.
than
Because
five or six or seven sentences.
sure. All right. No problem. Because I had a similar experience for this PMP. For the first 75 was like, yeah, very big questions. So I just wanted to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
how have they
I
changed?
also
Have the PMI changed its, that the method or
yeah.
anything? Yeah. Did like for example, in some questions, as Sami advised us or has given us a suggestion that you can reading by the last question like above this
Last, yeah,
context,
that
yeah.
was yeah, that is what I was going to say. I
Yeah,
through the exam
right.
for these
Yeah,
big questions, I followed that only.
excellent. Yeah, great.
So
Okay,
at least 30 to 40, more than 40-50% questions, you will
okay,
immediately get an idea.
okay,
Okay, this is the answer
okay, sure, no problem.
with the
And
last two or one or two sentences.
Oh, okay, excellent. Also, Sandeep, any questions like drag and drop, like PMP, we have drag and drop, or like any questions where we have to select more than one answer? Like, in some questions, Sami and or during
Oh,
the
I got
box,
I have one question that was
more than one
asking
answer.
select two answer,
Select.
yeah. But
Oh,
that
okay.
was I'm not exactly remembering, but that was
Okay.
pretty easy question.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Two answers, one question, right? Okay. Any
Yeah,
true
yeah.
and false, a true or false question? Anything like that?
No,
True, false, nothing.
no,
Okay.
no,
Uh, okay. Fine.
no. It's
Yeah.
not direct true or false,
Okay.
but
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
there was questions,
Okay.
with which is asking, okay, which is the correct answer.
Okay. Which is the
There
correct
will,
answer? Oh, okay. Sure.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, which is the wrong, not correct answer. This is almost all questions are which is the wrong,
Which is the wrong
um,
answer? Okay.
which is the wrong one for the below, from the below.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine.
And
All
any
right.
mathematical calculations you got
Yeah. That's a good
for
question.
formula questions?
Yeah,
ROI.
no, I haven't received. There was no mathematical questions,
Yes,
Okay.
that was
as
the
you
first
Okay.
mentioned,
feedback.
Mr. Sami.
Yes,
Uh,
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is
yeah.
completely
Even
different.
even Sami also advised. Even I felt, yeah, like the CPI, SPI, all that. Yeah. He
That is
also
more
said
than
no,
enough.
there was no
More than
there
enough.
was nothing
more
from
than enough.
CPS,
Yeah.
SPA.
Nothing. Oh, okay, fine, fine.
Yeah.
Or one other thing, any question like, for example, was it like
But there was one
Yeah.
question. There was I do
Okay.
I will not say it is a
BCR,
mathematical question. There was one question which is
BCR.
asking about the communication channels.
N into n minus one by two. Okay,
N minus one. Yeah,
by two. Okay, copy. No problem. How many, including program manager? How many of them are there? Okay, no
yeah,
problem.
yeah. It is.
Okay. Any question like, was it like, what is the, like, for example, if we are in the planning phase or if we are in the delivery phase, what is the input to that? Like, for example, what is the input to the scope statement, like that as an output? Any questions like that directly? Nothing.
I am not recalling any question that was directly asking for which is the input or which is the output.
Output.
But
Okay.
yeah, there was many questions which is asking, okay, which stage you are.
Oh, okay. Which stage? Delivery. Okay.
Yeah,
Definition or
yeah.
maybe, yeah.
Or
Okay.
not, I
Close.
think two or three questions. It was like direct questions, which is saying, okay, this is what happening and which stage you are.
Which stage you are. Okay. Good.
Yeah,
Okay. Mm, all right. Anything else, Anas? I think.
If you had anything, you can get back to him. He's
Yeah.
in the group. Okay.
Sure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you, Anas. Thank you, Bhaskar. And
Thank you.
thank you, Sami Saab, Sandeep, for joining. And I know last week we planned to do it. Mr. Sami, if you have any
yes, yes.
final thoughts, please go ahead.
No, I think last word should come from Mr. Sandeep, like a motivation for the people who are very, very busy, like Mr. Bhaskar. What can you give the advice how to keep on track?
Yeah, I will say to everyone, please be consistent, even if it is 1 hour, or if even if you could manage 1 hour also, please be consistent. Everyone can do it if you are following the roadmap with what Mr. Amir and Mr. Abdul is sharing. So please be consistent.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
And
much for your time.
thank you very much, everybody. I
Thank
just
you.
Thank
want
you
to
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
share as a final
Thank you
thought
so
here to
Thank you.
everyone. You see, the one of the most important thing that I want to share here. Sandeep couldn't get a time to record the journey. Mr. Sami wanted to record a journey on day he did, but he came today and finally we record journey after 2 months. If such a busy professional can do PGMP, I don't find a reason why you cannot do it. Thank you very much, Bhaskar.
And,
Thank you,
and sorry,
Anas.
complete in 3 months.
Then
Complete in 3 months.
complete in 3 months. Thank you very much, Bhaskar.
That was, yeah,
Yeah,
it was really I feel really wonderful,
thank you.
once I, uh, the screen pops up, right? Yes, you passed the exam.
Yeah,
It was really
yeah.
a wonderful
Worth it.
feeling.
It was worth it. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
worth it.
yes, it was
Do,
worth it. Yes,
do send Sandeep, do send me your picture so to make a thumbnail of it and 10 question answers.
yeah,
Thank you very
sure,
much and I
sure,
wish you
sure.
Thank
best
you.
of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.